Beautiful. Really cool variation in the piano. Pre-chorus, what a cool build-up. It turns into a one-note melody with some variation, but it's basically... We are in a second verse that changes arrangement completely, but still one-note melody in the primary bridge as well. Oh, and then we have got like a tail to that idea, and then a very, very subtle melodic resolution that we haven't heard with the other ideas. Listen to this here. Well, we could talk about the trust for America's health, but let's talk song. Today I want to react to a new song. It's a song by Olivia Rodrigo. It's called Stupid Song, and it was requested by YouTube super commenter Moonbeam345, as well as Susie Do You Copy and Just Jordan Yup. I appreciate Olivia Rodrigo's music and songwriting very much, so I'm really looking forward to learning more from her. Without further ado, let's get going. Bum, bum. Step 1, find the tonal center of the song. We might be in the key of B major. I don't think we start on the first chord though, so this is step 2, find the chord progression. It's some kind of sus stuff, so it's 2 chords only. It is the B major chord at the beginning, and then we've got some cool voicing. Oh, okay, so it's basically a 1 to 4 progression. We hear the chords B major and E major. What's really cool is that we started like this. So it's basically B power chord, okay, not B major. I can't really hear the major third. Now we keep the upper structure and change the bass note only, turning this into a sus2 chord, okay? Making this kind of open and not really traditional and magical.
New York City's never looked so blue.
Beautiful. Step 3. Look at the melody. I expect the chord progression to remain the same throughout the verse.
New York City's never looked so blue.
Ba. Something like this, right?
New York City's never looked so blue.
It's basically a pentatonic structure where we go down, New York City's never looked so blue, and go back up again for the end of the phrase. Really cool. Let's see how things develop from here.
My friends are smoking blunts in the bathroom.
This is the variation, right? Friends are smoking blunts in the bathroom. So we had so blue in verse number 1, or in line number 1, I should say. We go down now and resolve this to bathroom, also forming this AA rhyming pattern that we are going to look at in a second.
They say that honest love is a cage that makes you feel free.
And a third line that is a bit longer and that leaves stuff unresolved.
They say that honest love is a cage that makes you feel free.
Free, this time landing on the G sharp, right? So we have got 3 different landing notes. First, this C sharp to D sharp, then we go down resolve, C sharp to B, and for the third line we have got this free, the most unresolved, I would argue. Really, really cool. Let's look at the lyrics before we move on, because I expect a second verse half that is kind of going to mirror that structure. New York City's never looked so blue. My friends are smoking blunts in the bathroom, okay? So we've got a really cool rhyming pattern at the end with room room and blue. Yes, so blue and bathroom, if we take into account the syllable before, don't really form a good feminine rhyme, but still the final sounds are certainly related. They say that honest love is a cage that makes you feel free. And here we introduce a prosodic element, because feeling free means being able to break an established pattern. And we have established two lines that go very well with each other, with bathroom and so blue, kind of rhyming and also having the same lengths and stuff. And then we've got this third line that breaks the pattern that we have established and at the same time literally says feel free. Okay, so we have got a very cool interplay between words and music.
Cage that makes you feel free.
Really cool variation in the piano. We have to talk about harmonic rhythm for a second, because what we have here is a so-called 3-3-2 thing, right? Where if we talk 16th notes, we would have a 3-3-2, 3-3-2 section where it says 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right? Creating that cool rolling feeling. The end resolution, well, not so much resolution, but the twist that they include at the end is this here, right? Where they now introduce the major 7 of the scale, creating an unbalanced feel.
All the girls at this party are so cool.
We repeat this, okay? The metric rhythm itself, New York City's never looked so blue, and all the girls at this party are so cool. It's in terms of metric rhythm, it becomes more flowy, right? It's not maybe another prosodic element because it's about being so cool, right? But in terms of melody movement and also rhyming pattern, because it's the same rhyme word, we stay in that structure.
It's never been a thing that I could do.
Same variation. Ba-dum. Let me quickly stop this video for a big thank you to the active financial supporters of this channel here, both on YouTube and on Patreon. Big thank you to Andrew Morgan, Hugh MSE, Jennifer Grinder, Jody Henko, Jonathan Ribeiro, new members LG9U and Tom Enrico here on YouTube, as well as JC, Prince of Wales, Amy May, Jennifer Grinder, Lena, Bloody Mary 26, Gigi Vedas, Pat Pick, Sarah Dell, Lexi Mitch, and Shaya on Patreon. If the rest of you also want to contribute, get early access to the videos and exclusive material as well as shoutouts, I suggest you check the links in description. On with the show.
I can't help but imagine what you say when you speak with me.
Right, so we have got the same melodic structure in the second verse half. Funny enough, with all the rhyme words from the first verse half. So cool and bathroom now turns into, so blue and bathroom now turns into so cool and could do. And this make you feel free idea now is when you speak with me, right? So we have a 6-line verse. In fact, something that Olivia Rodrigo might have taken inspiration with Taylor Swift, because she likes doing this a lot. And now we expect a pre-chorus, maybe taking us to a strong chorus. Let's see what happens.
Say when you speak with me.
Again with that major 7th thing here, creating that beautiful tritone feel that is really, really unbalanced and cool.
We're a spark in the dark, and my clothes will caught a flame. I'm a car speeding down the boulevard without a break. Any stupid song.
Pre-chorus, what a cool build-up, with a new chord progression that starts with the 6 minor, right? So we go from that Ionian feel in the verse to an Aeolian feel in the pre-chorus, with a 6 minor that then goes to a 4, chord we know. Now preparing a cool thing with 2 minor and 5. So we end this chord progression, we end this pre-chorus chord progression with a jazz cadence with a 2 minor 5, with a traditional wink at the music from 80 years ago. something that Olivia Rodrigo is quite proficient at, and creating that dominant feel at the end with a 2 minor 5 that really wants to build. Let's look at the melody that is also totally different in the pre-chorus.
You're a spark in the dark, and my clothes will caught a flame.
So we've got that major second motif, right? The flame goes where?
You're a spark in the dark, and my clothes will caught a flame. You
So we always go up to that major third of the scale.
should feel how I feel when somebody says your name.
Okay, and then we build, right? We go to the major 3, major 3, major 3, and then until this somebody says your name, and then we go up. Da 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 da.
A car speeding down the boulevard without a break.
Okay, and we go up, we go up, we go up. Now with this without a break.
And I want you more than any stupid song could ever say.
And then resolving to that B. So maybe it might already be part of the chorus. So maybe the borders between the pre-chorus and the chorus also blur a little bit. We have certainly heard the title of the song, which is Stupid Song. Really, really cool. That build up that also goes with the chords. So far, so good. Let's look at the lyrics. You're a spark in the dark, and my clothes all caught aflame. So on a small scale, we have got the same 3-line idea as in the verse, because we have got 2 short lines. You're a spark in the dark, and then we've got a third line leaving this kind of unresolved, and my clothes all caught aflame. This continues with, you should feel how I feel. Yes, it's a repetition of the word, not really a rhyme, but it creates the same feeling when somebody says your name. So again, we have got this 3-line structure turning into a 6-line structure, with the rhyme words also going from lines 1 and 2 to 4 and 5, and from line 3 to line 6. And then it's, I'm a car speeding down the boulevard without a break, where we now don't really have this tiny rhyme in the middle.
I'm a car speeding down the boulevard without a...
Well, it's I'm a car and boulevard, yes, but it's not in the same placement, right? And I want you more than any stupid song could ever say.
I want you more than any stupid song could ever say.
And then we also get rid of this rest in the middle, right? Remember this, I'm a spark in the dark. So we always have kind of a separation of the tiny lines. And now, because we have got no rhyme words, and because it's basically 8th notes all the way through, and I want you more than any stupid song could ever say, it's rolling, 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 and building up to chorus.
I'm a heart made of wax, and I'm melting in the sun. And I want you more than any stupid song could ever say.
Interesting. So this was still build-up mode. I feel like this was kind of the second half of the pre-chorus with a tiny reharm choice.
Wax, and I'm melting in the sun. I'm a thread on your shirt, it is coming undone. Totally insane, and I want you more.
So the reharm choice in the second half of the pre-chorus that has got chorus elements, because it's got the title of the song, and we don't know if we are going to get to a stronger section. The reharm choice is that instead of the 6 minor that this started with, we go to the 1 major, which makes a lot of sense, because remember that we came from that 2 minor to 5 idea, right? And what better way to resolve this than to actually play the one after that, completing this jazz cadence. In terms of melody, we follow the established metric rhythms and stay high up.
I'm a heart made of wax, and I'm melting in the sun. I'm a thread on your shirt.
It turns into a 1-note melody with some variation, but it's basically
I feel right, I feel wrong, I feel totally insane.
okay, this variation, totally insane. Again, with a prosodic element, the first time that they actually change the note and go to the second or the 2 of the scale. She says insane, explaining why she changes this normal approach.
I want you more than...
And one final interruption of this video in which I want to tell you about my Simba Cam project. Now, this is Simba. He's my golden retriever dog, and the big problem is that you cannot see him. So if you want to watch my dog react to me while I react to the music, I suggest you send me money via PayPal. Also on Super Thanks here on YouTube is a viable option. Big thank you to the early adopters and supporters: Angela White, Devin Grayson, Paula Freitas, Karen Seidman, Kristen Terry, Jennifer Grinder, Natalie Hass, Laura Beth Johansson, Cohn, and Roger Anderson. If the rest of you also want to get mentioned, please check the links in description. On with the show. Approach.
I want you more than any stupid song could ever say.
And then kind of as a melodic resolution to what was the chorus, okay? We are going to look at lyrics of the second pre-chorus half or chorus. I'm a heart made of wax and I'm melting in the sun. I'm a thread on your shirt that is coming undone. So we have got the rhymes at the end, not so much the internal rhymes anymore. I feel right, I feel wrong, I feel totally insane with those beautiful repetitions of the line beginnings. And I want you more than any stupid song could ever say, right? So this is the thing that we already knew from the second or from the first pre-chorus half. And it's also kind of like a refrain, right? Like a line that brings this chorus idea, pre-chorus idea, to an end. We are in a second verse that changes arrangement completely, but still keeps this. So we have got the same chords, we have got the same melody, we have got the same lyrical devices that we are going to look at in a bit, but with the band arrangement changing, the feeling of the second verse changes totally. Right? All the melodic movements that we have expected. Very, very cool, okay? So, lyrics. Walking through the park with my head high, with beautiful alliteration at the end, also with that prosodic element. Head high! She couldn't have said this in the second verse, or in the second line, I should say, because head high is not a head high, but a head going down. Past all the college girls and the drunk guys, right? Cool rhyme with head high and drunk guys. And if there is a God, he's the bond that's between us two. 7 nights alone, skipped a meal. Cool harmonization. It's not sung, but it's cool. What harmonization is it? Is it? Or is it? 7 nights alone, skipped meal. Skipped meal. I think it's this, right? 7 nights alone, skipped meal. Just the third above, right? Da-dum is the lead vocal, and the harmony does that, da-dum, creating that beautiful synchronized movement up. Sleeping in my dress and my high heels. And of course, high heels. The harmony also goes down when the lead vocal goes down. And I'm too shy to say what I see when I dream of you. And the lyrics of the second verse that really, really pumps. 7 nights alone and a skipped meal with that beautiful S sound, right? 7 nights alone and a skipped meal. I'm sleeping in my dress and my high heels. So we've got a third S word with sleeping. And again, high heels, remember that head high idea? So this H alliteration also plays an important role. And I'm too shy to say what I see when I dream of you. So the S sounds really are very important in that second verse. Okay, let's talk about prosody yet again, because it's the same idea, pre-chorus, chorus idea, than before. The I'm a car speeding down the boulevard without a brake is such a brilliantly written line, and here is why. Because the moment that she lets go of the brake lyrically, she also lets go of the brake melodically. Listen to this here. Right? It's the first time that she does that. right? That she goes up this octave idea, and it really punches that in without a break, and that's why I have to go to the major 7 of the scale. Really brilliant prosodic songwriting. Heart made of wax and I'm melting in the sun that is coming. It's also cool that she uses a melisma on the word undone, another prosodic element, right? That is coming undone, right? Because coming undone is sometimes this, right? Where you need several melodic notes for one syllable. Really cool. Really cool. So let's just agree on this being the chorus to avoid confusion. Certainly the first time when they resolve to that major idea. So we could say that the first 6 minor to 4 progression and so on is kind of an aid, a support for whatever's next. But certainly once this dominant chord resolves to the one, we are in party mode. Really powerful. Also with that, it's not a pre-chorus drop, but it's actually a refrain drop, right? So the pre-chorus drop that we've seen in so many pop songs now becomes this shining thing for the refrain, for the last line of the chorus, where every time she says, "and I want you more than any stupid song could ever say," the band stops playing.
Every night like the one before, positively and truly sure. Nobody's wanting somebody more.
Okay, we are certainly in a primary bridge that plays with the 4-chord a lot. So after an Ionian verse, an Aeolian pre-chorus, and back to an Ionian chorus, we now go to a Lydian bridge.
Every night like the one before, dream of you from like 1 to 4.
And then with those hits, bang, gung, gum, again with that 3-3-2 feel, right? Remember, 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2, right? So it's always this, okay? And it's basically the 4 note for 3 bars, and then with this bang, gung, gung, 80s glam rock thing, right? 1 note melody in the primary bridge as well.
Every night like the one before, dream of you from like 1 to 4.
It's the same note that we have put prominence on in the chorus as well, but an octave below, and with the different chord, it also changes its character. And then this "nobody's wanted somebody more" goes up an octave, is shouting, but it's basically the same note again. So it's the B again. Let's look at lyrics. Every night like the one before, dream of you from like 1 to 4, positively and truly sure, nobody's wanted somebody more. Really cool. 4 lines that all rhyme with each other. Fun twists in the middle of the lines, like the repetition of the word "like" in the first 2 lines, or also this nobody and somebody idea. Really cool. Okay, we are in this second half of the primary bridge that basically offers the same ideas. It's a thing that I can't ignore. Tell your friends that you're mine, I'm yours. With the hand on my heart I swore. H alliteration. Nobody's wanted somebody more as the line that we already know from the first primary bridge half. Really cool. Oh, and then we have got like a tail to that idea that starts with "it's a thing that I can't ignore" and a new chord that is a very typical reharm option for the 4, which is the 2 minor. And from that 2 minor that plays for 2 bars, we go to the 4 that we already know, and then we build with that dominant chord again with that F sharp major. It's a thing that I can't ignore. Tell your friends that you're mine, I'm yours. With a hand on my head I swore, heart I swore. It's the things that we know from the second primary bridge half, but this time not with the resolution "nobody's wanted somebody more." I think we've heard the secondary hook in the instruments a lot. I'm going crazy, I'm going mad as a kind of background vocal, I don't know, hoogity bit. Certainly this being the more interesting part here. And then I want you baby so bad, rhyming with this I'm going crazy, I'm going mad. Hey mama, car speeding down the boulevard without a break. And then a very, very subtle melodic resolution that we haven't heard with the other ideas. Listen to this here. I think it's a harp or something, right? Something like this, right? Where they go from the 5 to the 1. And this was Stupid Song by Olivia Rodrigo, written by herself and Daniel Negro, and I'm sure to take away valuable songwriting learnings. Songwriting learning number 1, something that we can also find in Taylor Swift's songwriting, is the 3 or 6 line verse and chorus in that case. So it's always a very good idea to spice things up a little bit and to go away from that typical 4-line approach, to write 2 shorter lines that get answered by a longer line, and maybe those 2 short lines also rhyme with each other, the long line doesn't rhyme just yet, and then with the other group of 3 everything gets resolved. So this is something that apparently in terms of story development in a verse has got power and efficiency, something that we should certainly include into our songwriting toolbox. Songwriting learning number 2. Sometimes the only difference between a pre-chorus and a chorus is 1 chord, namely the chord you start the idea with. Remember that the pre-chorus started with the 6 minor the first time that we actually leave this Ionian realm, and then we go out of this dominant chord, and then only we do resolve to this Ionian thing, changing the character of the section beginning and making clear that now we are in serious chorus mode. So mind the first chord in your section, because this is going to determine what the section will sound like. And songwriting learning number 3, a Let's Talk song favorite. It's all about prosody. When she says love is like a cage that makes you free, and at the same time breaks the melodic and metric pattern, this is very good songwriting. If she says, and all the girls at this party are so cool, and leaves the metric rhythm just a little bit to make it more flowy and more cool, this is prosodic songwriting. If you say, I'm a car speeding down the boulevard without a brake, and it sounds like this. I'm a car speeding down the boulevard without a brake. It's losing control. It's what a car speeding down the boulevard without a brake actually sounds like. So this is prosody, this is artistic, this is craftswomanship, this is brilliant. And this was my live reaction and on-the-fly analysis of Stupid Song by Olivia Rodrigo. Now, if you like this video, please make sure to give me the thumbs up, to subscribe to the Let's Talk Song channel, and to leave friendly comments, maybe also suggesting other songs you would like me to analyze. Maybe we can also kind of open this side quest of listening to the complete Olivia Rodrigo album. You seem pretty sad for a girl so in love, so let me know what you think of this idea in the comments. Remember also that you can increase your chances of your requests being considered by becoming a paying member of this thing here. Please also remember the Simba cam right now. He's sleeping because it's really hot, but still you might enjoy watch him sleep as well. I guess we've talked song. You can talk about the Trust for America's Health now. Bye bye.